Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about how we need to layer our creams and powders product so we can build up the perfect makeup base and have a flawless skin as much as possible. I will show you today how and in what order you need to use your makeup products, and let's go with it. First step is usually always to prep your skin. It's not necessary to be a primer. Good hydrated skin is the best way to go for your makeup. You can just use your favorite moisturizer which perfectly suits your skin type. I already prepped my skin. For this, we're gonna start straight away with the complexion products. I'm not gonna start with the foundation straight away. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my Nars Soft Matte Concealer just so I can correct all my imperfections and acne scars around my face. And I do have one really nasty spot here which I really wanna cover. I'm just gonna use a concealer brush. You don't need much product, you just need a smallest amount basically, and you're just gonna build it in this area where you want to hide it. This concealer is perfect for hyperpigmentation or acne scars or something which you really want to hide. It can be used under the eyes as well, but you need the smallest amount just because it's so full coverage and thick and heavy consistency, which you don't want to apply too much under your eyes. You see, I'm using literally the smallest amount and it's already makes such a difference in my face in this area. I have some redness over my brow and I will try to cover this here as well. You just dab it, you don't need to swipe it. I think dab it and focus exactly on the area which you want to cover is the best way to go for. If you don't want to use concealer, you can always use color corrector if you have some dark spots or hyperpigmentation in this area. I don't have much. Most of mine it's like old acne scars, which I'm trying just to cover just a tiny bit before I go with my foundation. It's really good to build your complexion with really thin layers. You can always go back and put more, but you cannot take if you put too much of a product. Basically, you need to take all of your makeup and start over again. I think my skin looks pretty perfect at the moment. And honestly, if I'm staying at home or I just need to do some grocery shopping or something like this, probably I'm gonna use only this and I'm ready to go. And I just forgot to mention, I already did my brows. I usually like to do this before even my skincare, just because if you put skincare on over your brows, after that it's difficult to use your brow products just because the area it's already too greasy and too much hydration. For this, it's good to start your brows on a clear base. Like first you do your brows, after that you start with your skincare and continue with the liquid products. For today's complexion, I'm gonna use one of my favorite products, and this is by LANCôME. If you have oily combination skin like me, this is the perfect foundation for you. Trust me, it's nothing better than this one. I like to apply it first on my hand, and I grab a brush and I just tap it over the foundation just to pick the right amount, and I start building it slowly. That way you're avoiding over applying too much product on your face, and like I say, it's better to build it gradually. Very often the social media make illusion that most of the influencer and people on the camera, they have perfect skin, but the reality is not that actually. Most of them are using filters or smoothing application or something like this, but real skin have like pores and imperfection and hyperpigmentation, and that's normal. You just need to apply it in the way where you can flatter all of this on your face and smooth them as much as possible. I prefer tapping motion because you can focus in the area which you want to cover instead of swapping coverage. If you dab your foundation like this technique, usually you build up the coverage, and if you want to swipe it, you're gonna shear the foundation and gonna give you much more natural coverage. And this is with the foundation. I can say that we have a pretty flawless canvas to work with at the moment. I still like to see my skin underneath. For this, I really like this LANCôME because even that is full coverage, it's buildable. First of all, it's a buildable foundation. It's a beautiful natural finish on your face. It's really long lasting as well. And like I say, it's just perfect for oily combo skins. Okay, next step is a contour, and my favorite is Westman Atelier at the moment. I really like this one. It's really easy and buildable. The other way, if you are afraid to over apply it, you just use it on the back of your hand, pick it with a brush and apply it on the place where you want your contour to be. Every shade type is different. For this you need to look at your face and try to emphasize wherever it's hollow or a natural shadow on your face, and this is where the contour is supposed to go. Like I have this here, you can see this small hole here, and I'm just gonna go here. I'll stop exactly where my hole stops. I'm not gonna continue anymore. This is where my contour is supposed to be. And it's the same thing apply on this side as well. Where I apply my contour from my ear to the hole here, it's like a 3 fingers. You can measure 3 fingers, and I think it's supposed to not to go further than this one. I personally like to apply the other places here. If you have a bigger forehead, you can use the contour over here, so you can visually make your forehead look smaller. The other thing is here, and I usually like to contour my nose a little bit, which I'm going just like that. And this is my contour placement, which is perfect for my face shape. This hourglass brush is my perfect for contour. Just remember, when you blend up your contour, you try to stay in this place and blend it just upwards instead of downwards, and just keep the placement of the contour where you initially applied it, and not spread it all over your face. Just try to keep it exactly on the place where you applied it. You see, that's it. If you want, you can go over here just to slim up your face. Like I said, it's really depend from your face shape. That's why I like Westman Atelier, because it's, first of all, it's blend so easy and it looks so natural. Go with my nose here. And this is the side which you have the contour, and this is the side where you blend the contour, and it's at the same time look really natural, and I really like this shade. Contour is the perfect thing to apply illusion and dimension to your face. And I think this Westman Atelier will be perfect for beginners which are afraid, or another which I will recommend for beginners is definitely Rare Beauty. It's much more liquidy. I think it's really easy to apply, and the shades are much more forgiving. They are not typical contour shade. Okay, we finished with the contour. Now the next step is blush. But before I apply the blush, because I have hollows and dark circles under my eyes, I just want to camouflage this just a little bit. Usually for this, it's good to use some type of brightener or a color corrector. I have these two which I really like. One is from Causes, another one is from Huda Beauty. Causes is this really beautiful pinky shade. This is more if you want to really brighten the eyes. This is more like a brightener than color corrector. And the Huda Beauty, this one is in the pink pomelo. It's have like a peachy pink color, which is perfect for color corrector. It's not gonna brighten much your eyes, but it's just gonna hide this dark under your eyes. For this, I'm gonna use this one today. But if you wanna brighten your eyes, you can always add a little bit of a really bright color corrector, like this pink colors, which is really popular at the moment, and just focus it in the center of your under eyes. Just, this is my placement where I have my problem area, and I just gonna leave it for a moment just to sit down. Next, we're gonna go with the liquid blush, and I'm gonna use this one by Huda. This one's in the shade Cotton Candy. And I usually can go straight away on my face because this blush is really forgiving. But I'm just gonna show you how is the best way to apply if you don't want to over apply too much product. Just put it on the back of your hand. Take your brush. I'm gonna use this hourglass one. This one is absolute perfection for liquids as well, especially for a blush. And I'm just gonna work my brush in the back of my hand. Da, mama.
I'll give you a big cuddle and then I want to sit.
And when you work the product in the back of your hand, it's just going on the cheek, on the placement which you want your blush to be. I like my blush to be like on this area here, on my cheeks, and extend it upwards through the end of my eye. I think just this placement is the best for my face, and it just brings more life to my face, if I can say that. Blush is probably one of my favorite products to use on my face. Just gives so much life to your face. It depends from the placement. It can make you look much more youthful. And this is my placement for the blush. We're gonna do the same in the other side. By the time we're waiting for our corrector to marinate, I really like to leave it like that, just to get a little bit more, just to dry a little bit. That way it's gonna give me a little bit more coverage. Oh, I really like these Huda Beauty blushes. These blushes are like a mistake proofs. They are so easy to apply, so pigmented. The color scheme is fantastic. They are adding new colors again, and all the new colors are beautiful as well, especially for the summer now. This can look a little bit too much, but don't worry, when you apply the concealer after that, everything's gonna come to place. But this is how I like to apply my blush. Just like I say, I focus on the center of my cheek. I just bring it upwards towards the temples. I think now we can blend our color corrector. And I'm just trying to focus on this area, not to bring it too much on the back. Just focus exactly where is my hole and where is my problem area, and focus it here. And this is, we are done with the color corrector. Now we're gonna continue with the concealer. Today pick of concealer, I pick my DIOR. I'm gonna apply this on the back of my hand as well, and I'm gonna pick this with the brush. I'm gonna use this Morphe one. Just gonna work my brush in the back of my hand. Like I said, we don't wanna over apply too much product. And we're going all over our eye. I just will use what is left on my brush just to go over my lid, because I don't want too much product. I have oily eyelids and they usually crease when I use something for this. Just what is left over from blending under your eyes, you're going over the top. You don't need to rush, you just take your time and blend your concealer. Okay, this is how our base is looking so far. We apply the concealer, we apply the foundation, we have the contour, we have the liquid blush. Now it's ready for the powders. My favorite powder to go under my eyes, it's always gonna be a Huda Beauty. I love it so much. It's really blurring, it's really perfecting, it's really long lasting, especially like I say, if you have combo oily skin. My problem area is usually around in the center of my face. For this I try to focus there and use as much blurring powder as possible. I'm gonna take some product. I'm just gonna work it in my hand. I'm gonna use my concealer brush one more time, just in case we have any concealer settling in our fine lines. And after we do this, I like to start from here and gently going upwards. And this is my under eye set it with powder now. I'm gonna do the same with the other side. Like I said, be sure that no concealer is settled in your fine lines, or it's no crease concealer before you go with your powder. It's good to do this one eye by the time, just to be sure you're not settling any crease product. At the same step, when you're going in certain age, you start getting more like imperfection on your skin, more enlarged pores, and powder actually really helps to smooth this area. For this, you really don't need to be afraid from the powder. I think just when you find the right product for you and how to use it and how to apply it, you're gonna appreciate how much powder actually helps to smooth and perfect this area of our face. And this is, we are done with the powder. Next step is powder, bronzer and blush. If you're afraid that your contour blush are a bit too liquidy, too emollient, and it doesn't set down, and this way usually the bronzer can go pretty patchy on top, even the blush. If you want to avoid this, just get a blotting powder. This one by Fenty is perfect. And get a big fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna press my brush here. Usually the blotting powder, they do not have color. They're designed just to blot the excess oil off your face without adding any additional coverage. For this one is perfect for this. You can just go over. Just nice and gently. You don't need to swipe, it's just pressing it into the skin. And that way, you're gonna be sure your liquid products are all set and your powder product is gonna get smoothly on top. I'm gonna use this new one from DIOR. It's been my favorite recently. And you're gonna do the same thing. Work your brush in the bronzer, and after that you can work it on the back of your hands, and just, I like to dab it. This is my way to apply bronzer. And you just build it gradually. You don't need to rush. This is how this side with the bronzer look. Like I say, just take your time. Before I was always thinking, why I need to waste the product to apply it on my hand and after that on my face? But you actually do not waste this product. This product is just going inside the bristle of your brush, and that's make it evenly distributed in your face. And when it's inside the bristles, it's not gonna be going over applying your bronzer, or you have big patchiness on your face. It just gonna apply it really effortlessly without need to be worrying that it's gonna be too much. Next step is going with the brush. For some reason today I really want to use this Givenchy brush, the powder version, the loose one. This one is a bit difficult to work with if you don't know how. I like to apply it in my palm, in my hand, and after that I'm gonna take my brush and I'm just gonna work my brush inside my palm like that. And when I work my brush, I'm just gonna go on the place when I want to apply my powder brush. This is such a beautiful product. It's definitely have a learning curve just because the way how this brush it is. I haven't seen other like powder brush like this, and I think it's really unique, but just need to know how to apply it, because if you try to get it straight away from the component, it can create a big mess on your face. You need to have to use this powder brush. You can use just a normal one from the component. It will be so much easier. But like I say, if you wanna avoid applying way too much product, always go on the back of your hand first and after that on your face, just so you can smooth the product, build the product on your brush. Okay, we are ready so far. We just need to do our eyes, which I'm gonna do quickly. I'm not going anywhere today. For this I don't want anything dramatic over my eyes. For this I'm gonna use my VISEART Paris palette. I'm gonna use a little bit bigger blending brush. Because I have a hooded eye, I like to go over, like you can see when I look straight, you can see how this part of my eyes is covered the other, and literally this come on top, and I'm focusing my brush here. Like if I focusing my brush here when I open my eyes, and when I close them, the product is living underneath and basically you cannot see anything. For this, even if you're doing your eyeshadow with open eyes, just try to go here a little bit over. If you don't have hooded eyes, you're blessed. I so much wanted to have much more space here, like this open eyes, deep set eyes, other way they call them. But you can work with whatever you have. I'm gonna use the same brush and just go under here. I'm just gonna deepen just a bit this outer corner. The same thing is about the eyeshadow. It just need to be gradually built up and not overly done, so you can have the perfect application and the perfect smooth transition between the shades. I'm just gonna add a bit of a shimmer here. I really like this pink shade. I usually, like I say, because of my hooded eyes, I just usually like to bring it a bit here, like you can see in this area, and apply a little bit here in the inner corner. And this is my eye look. Like I say, I really wanted to do something really nice and fresh and everyday appropriate. Okay, you know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna add just a tiny little baby wing, and I'm gonna use my Tom Ford liner. Like I said, just a tiny little baby wing eyeliner, and I think it makes such a big difference to the eye, honestly. Now without, with. I'm gonna do the other sides of camera, and I'll be back for the final step. This is with the eyeliner and I think it looks so much better. Definitely I prefer it with the eyeliner. Okay, now we're just gonna add some mascara. If you prefer to be extra, we can always add some glosses and like fake lashes. I prefer just mascara. This is how it looks with the mascara. I just like to add a little bit on my bottom lashes as well. I'm just gonna do the lips and we'll be ready to go. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talks Medium. By the way, if you hear some noises around me, this is my daughter just sit behind me and eating biscuits because she decided she don't want to stay in the other room and play and she want to stay next to me and see what I'm doing. Usually like to fill just the corners with the lip liner. I just only thing gonna add is just a lip gloss, and I'm gonna use this by Makeup by Mario in the shade Perfect Pink. This gloss is, first I really like how it smells, and the shiny finish that gives to your lips is just out of this world. Final touches and we'll be ready to go. And this will be just a little bit of highlight. I like this by Dior in the original 001. I like to use the pink shade from this quad. Just apply it here. Like I'm trying to literally blend it with my brush. And if I use a little bit more shimmery or more sparkling blush, I usually avoid the highlighter, and because it will be too much shimmer for me. Okay, this is my final look, step by step how I like to apply my makeup for full skin and mistakes proof. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like it. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and press the subscribe button if you want to see more of this video, more of this content. And see you in my next one. Bye.